Hello, my name is Tiramisu Bunny. Today, I really want to talk about a topic that has been around for quite some time. Something that plenty of people will relate to, and a lot of people will hopefully watch this and at the end of the day, change their mind on how people are treated or how they treat people in video games. Let's get started. I really want to talk about a lot of different topics for this video. I'm gonna start with why I think that video games are, as a community, I think the video game community is probably one of the most toxic communities I've come across in comparison to like TV show communities like Supernatural, The Walking Dead, stuff like that, right? And I think a lot of it has to do with the way women are portrayed in video games. Starting out with video games, women were mainly like sexual objects in video games. They were just there for like looks. They never really served a purpose. And then we got into the classic, like, women need to be saved and women need to be, like, rescued from a tower. Or, like, one of the examples I'm gonna throw in is Dragon's Lair. I love Dragon's Lair. I have the video game. Nothing against it. I understand that is the time era it was in, but, like, I think that really attributes to why men are, they're not men. Why these boys are growing up and they are holding such a prejudice against women is because they're like, well, I'm a man, I'm big, I'm strong, I'm scary, and I'm gonna protect this woman from everything and anything. And if she says anything back, then she's wrong, she's a whore, and she's like, she just doesn't deserve to have a place in video games because she's clearly just an object. And I think that's kind of crazy. I think it doesn't really matter. I mean, okay, this is my take on it is, who gives a fuck if women are good at video games or if they're bad, or like, you shouldn't harass someone, and this goes for both genders. You should not harass someone just because they want to play a video game. Like a virtual video game. Like, we all get online and we get our controller, we get our keyboard and mouse, and we sit down and play a video game. Isn't that supposed to be, like, not stressful? Like, yeah, there's competitive games, and obviously stuff is stressful, stuff happens. I can understand being like, hey, that fucking sucks, hey, I fucking missed my shot. That's fine. But to sit there and randomly start taking it out on some woman in a video game because you're doing bad is crazy. Like, it's so crazy that we sit here as a society. Most of us are sitting here, and they're like, you know, I think that's fine to actually harass random women online. Because if they're doing bad, I'd do the exact same thing to my peers and other men. Of course I'm gonna do it to a woman in a video game. If they can't handle it, they need to leave and not be a part of this community. Be so for real right now. Be so for real. I put out a tweet. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I put out actually two. First one I did, why does the gaming community hold such a hatred towards women? I really want to discuss this. It's either boys who talk shit to women and harass them, or boys who go out of their way to flirt, and if it's not reciprocated, they go back straight to harassment. Why do girls need to be a pick-me in order to game? Basically what I was saying is, if you didn't understand that, we should not need to fake our personalities and be a certain way just so boys will not like harass us or flirt with us. We shouldn't have to put on a facade for boys to not treat us like shit. Let me say that again. Let me say it louder for the ones in the back. We should not need to fake our personalities in order to not be harassed in a video game. Why is that such a hard concept for people to understand? Like, I truly don't understand that. It's just a disconnect for me. I'm gonna put a couple comments here on the screen. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna blur the names because they don't deserve the clout. So there was this one VTuber. I'm gonna blur her name, blur whatever. Basically, she had said in response to my tweet, they don't. It's the pick-me's that care what the immature boys think of them. Most women that game don't give two shits about this kind of behavior because they aren't measured by the insecurities of immature boys around them. I've been gaming for years. My husband is a gamer. We met playing video games. Did I have my fair share of immature little baby men crying about video games so I played with them? Absolutely. I just didn't waste my breath on them. I'm literally so happy for you. My response was, I'm not really sure what games you play or have played, but most men definitely treat women horribly in video games. Maybe you steer clear of FPS games, but it's mainly in those ones. I had then got a couple more comments. This was at like 5 p.m., right? I had closed my comments like 2 hours later because I was just really tired of reading like the most insane comments I've ever read in my life. I was just tired of it. I was really tired of it. So I closed comments for the thing. She actually, the same person, quote retweeted my tweet. And here's what she said about that. Oh, so now I can't even reply to my own comment that you you replied to? Okay, cool. To answer your comment, I literally said I met my now husband playing video games. So no, not all men are like this. Mine happens to be very respectful of women, and I wouldn't have married him if he wasn't. I've also been playing games for 20 years. I think I know a little thing or two about how men treat women. To imply I wouldn't know is rather presumptuous, considering I'm probably twice your age anyway. But regardless, you might hate men, but not everyone does. Do I think men in general need to step up? Absolutely. Do I think all men treat women like shit in video games? No. Do I think most men do? Yes. But I also don't care what some immature man-child thinks about me playing video games with him, because I don't play for his ego. I play just because I enjoy the game. Maybe you shouldn't make generalizations. Brother. What are we talking about? I went back and forth with her for a little bit. At the end of the day, I just said I'm not arguing with you. I don't really care. Basically, all I have to say to that is I think it's ridiculous that you had to quote retweet me because I closed comments and I didn't want to deal with it, like arguments anymore. And I think it's really like childish of you to sit there and tell me that I make generalizations about men when I did not say all men. I just said men, as in some, like men treat women badly in video games. Maybe I need to be more specific with my wording, but I definitely didn't say all men. Even in the comments, I was literally saying not all. I said that multiple times. I said not all, but some. I said it multiple times. So for her to sit there and be like, well, actually, you said all men. Not once did I say that. Not once. I can literally show comments where I said some men. I said most too. I said most sometimes because it's most that are either flirting or they're harassing is what I mean. I don't mean that most are harassing me constantly. I mean either flirting or they're harassing. And then if one of those don't work out, they go back to harassing, or they like do something in game to try to like mess with your, like in Valorant, they'll do something like lower your health, they'll get mad at you, they'll flash you, they'll blind you. They do a bunch of, that is all harassment too, by the way. Let me just say that. That's harassment, whether people think it is or not. If they're constantly targeting you and trying to blind you when you're doing something, trying to flash you, trying to lower your health, trying to injure you, that is harassment. And I don't know why people don't understand that. That is harassment. I could see once or twice, I could see if it's an accident, cool. Because I do it sometimes, I flash people sometimes, I'm like, oh, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's literally that easy. Instead of just being like, I'm gonna do this every single round for the rest of the game because it's fun. Like, why don't you do it to anyone else? Anyway, back on topic. So I think it's really ridiculous of her to be like, actually, I found my husband this way, so I know it's not all men. I'm literally so happy for you. Like, I could not be happier for you. I'm so glad you found someone who knows how to treat a woman, and I'm literally so happy for you, but I feel like that's rare. It literally is. Like, and I wasn't saying it as in like, I think I've played video games longer than you. I mean it as in the FPS community is the main one being toxic. Like I said, I made this like comparison multiple times. If you're playing Stardew Valley, you're just not gonna run into anyone toxic. Like, you're not, because people are there to farm. Like, you're not gonna run into someone toxic. It's FPS games and competitive games, and I know that. I literally know that. And people are like, well, stay away from those games. I like playing competitive games. I just don't like the community. And then we also get the, well, just mute them comment. It's like, why do I need to join a lobby and mute every single person in the lobby because they don't know how to behave? Now, why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about people getting banned and timed out and penalties because they're harming their teammate, or they're talking shit, or they're harassing people in a video game? Like, I can't even tell you, I stopped playing Call of Duty, but I can't even tell you how many times I played Call of Duty and I would go into a lobby and they'd see my name and the entire team would talk shit because of my name, or I would miss a shot or something, because obviously I'm learning how to play the video game. Be so for real in saying that it's not all men. It's just, it's ridiculous. It really is. All right, next comment. This guy said, yeah, you're tripping. Shit talking is not a gender thing. It's a part of gaming, especially if you're playing anything competitive. I flame people all the time as well as get flamed. If you don't like it, play solo games. There we go, back to that play solo games thing. There's like 90% of the games that come out nowadays that are online. So yes, I play solo games, but if I want to play a competitive game, I should be allowed to. And not with the worry of like, if I join this Valorant game, I'm gonna get flamed because I missed a shot, or I fucking missed my ability. I didn't hit the enemy spot on, so here we go, I'm gonna get screamed at. It's like, why don't you just teach men how to act better? Why aren't we teaching men how to act better and how to treat women? Instead of, well, you should probably just go play a solo game instead, because obviously the gaming community is too intense for you. Huh? What are we talking about? Next comment. Oh, this one really pissed me off. You should have a woman's only space to stay protected when you enter toxic community. 90s. Again, why do I need to have my own space to feel safe in? Because men don't know how to treat women. Are we gonna talk about that, or... Cool, next comment. Because women keep on trying to get into men's spaces. Used to be that gaming used to be a majority of men. Then women were like, nah, we want in on that. Men trash talk each other all the time, and when women get trash talked, they moan and cry to others. Here we go again. As long as I can remember, women have been trying video games. Like, I would say it's become more popular with women in the last, like, last decade, right? It's been more popular that more people are playing video games. But I definitely don't think that, like, it's been a men-dominated space. Okay, but like, I don't know how to explain this. So I know when arcade games came out, right? Like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, arcades, right? I know for a fact that like the 80s and the 90s, there were so many kids. Regardless of gender, there's so many kids that went in and played those games. Like Pac-Man. Like, kids like video games. That's literally all it is. So for you to sit there and say that women are trying to get into a man's space is the most absurd and ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. Like, your mind is so small that you have to say that it's only a man's space. Are we being for real? I'm gonna pull up a graph. Here we go, right here. Early 90s, right? And this is just starting out. This is when video games started rising. In the early 1990s, women made up between 25% of the gaming population. Obviously, it's not a lot, but it's also a decent amount when we're starting video games. This is a decent amount. 25%. If you said like 5%, okay, sure. But 25% is a decent size for the 90s when we're like starting, early 90s, okay? By the 21st century, early 2000s, so from the 21st century, 2001, right? The start of 2001, there was over 40%. So between 1990 and 2001, 9 years, 40% of the gaming population was women. Now, hold on. Okay, so 2010, also 40%. 1990 was 10%. Between 10 and 25%. 2001 was 40%. Now we're in 2025. As of now, right around now, females make up 48% of the gaming community. Men make up 52. Okay. Are we all clear on this? Men make up 52, women make up 48%. That is a pretty even split, right? It's not 50-50, but it's pretty even. So for men to sit here, and it hasn't been even the entire time. That's not my argument here. But women have been in the gaming zone, in the gaming community, since the early 90s. Maybe even before that. Let me do this timeline again. The 80s, in 1980, the video game community was mainly male, 80% men, 20% women. So 20% of women in 1980 played video games. In 1990, it was 25. In 2001, it was 40. And in 2025, it's 48%. So, again, my point being, women have always been in the video game community. So for men to sit here and lie and say that we're trying to get into men's spaces, we've always been here. So technically, it's never been a man's space. It's just been a majority of men, which I will agree with. It has been a majority of men, but it's not just a man's space because women have been here since the beginning as well, is what I'm saying. That whole argument is invalid. It's invalid. And the fact, even today, where there's 48% of women in the gaming community compared to 52% of men, it's basically an even split. Where do you get the audacity to sit here and say this is a man's space when it's pretty evenly split down the middle? And you know what else? There's plenty of esports teams that have women, just women teams. There's plenty of them. My friend that I work with, I'm not gonna give all her information away, but she was a professional Valorant player on an all-women's esports team, and she was like ascendant, which is like the top of the top. That's probably better than like half of the men in the esports team, right? I don't really know the statistics of esports. I'm not gonna get into that. I don't feel like arguing about that. But my point being, there's some women that are better than men at video games, and that's perfectly fine. That's literally fine. Like, that's just how gaming is. There's people that are better than other people. But to sit here and shit on them because they're women and they're bad at games, I'm not gonna shit on a man if he's bad at games. Okay, there's been times where I play Valorant, right? And then someone's doing bad on the team, I'll be like, hey, I won't even be mean unless they're mean to me. Like, I'll be like, hey, can you flash in for us? Cause we need to, I'll run in, I'll take sight, but can you flash for us? Cause I'll go in. And they do it. Like, if they're not contributing to the team, have them help in other ways instead of being an asshole. It just makes no sense. Okay, on to the next. I could go on this for hours. I really could. But I don't want this video to be 70 minutes. So this one said, you're just interacting with the wrong people, and unfortunately, because of what you do, you draw on these type of people. I'm not like shit talking or anything, just being objective and realistic. Again, I'm gonna bring back this point. I like Rust. So you're telling me if I load up Rust, which I don't have it even installed right now, and I pick a lobby or a server that I think looks fine, and I load it up and I'm running, I'm looking for wood, I'm doing whatever I need to do to survive, right? Because it's Rust. And I hear someone shout at me and call me the N-word because my character in game is black. That's me interacting with the wrong people if I'm running to go get wood and playing the game? Now, what sense does that make? Because of what I do, I draw on these types of people. So because I'm playing a video game as a woman, which is what I do, I'm drawing in these types of people. How am I drawing in these types of people? Please explain that to me. So, God forbid that I like playing competitive video games. Because me as a woman, that's just, who would think to do that, right? Who would possibly think to do that? I should be playing Stardew is what you're saying. Because if I play something that's more up my alley, then I wouldn't be attacked for playing a video game. Stop trying to change gaming to fit your soft-ass feelings. Let games be what they are and learn to take the shit talk like all guys do. So my response to this, ideally, is respectfully, no one deserves to be harassed. Literally no one. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your gender is. I literally don't care. You don't deserve to be harassed over a video game. And that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, everyone else has their own opinion. That's my first point. My second point, I'm not trying to change video games and change how gaming is. I'm trying to make it comfortable for people to play video games. I'm trying to be able to load up Rust and run through. This is never going to happen because it's Rust, but I want to load up Rust and run to a tree and start chopping the tree down and not get called the N-word or not get called some other slur because I'm literally chopping a tree down. That is not playful banter. That is literal harassment. And then if I say something, like with my voice, with my microphone, I'm gonna get so much worse. And for you guys to seriously sit here and tell me, oh, just mute your mic. Don't mute them. You don't need to listen to them. Why are we allowing these people to have a pass? Like, oh, boys will be boys. No, they won't. Why are we allowing harassment? It's crazy. I genuinely cannot sit here and believe that people are like this. I'm not allowed to play a video game, and I should have to mute everyone in the entire server because I don't know what they're gonna say. That's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. There's so many more of these that I could really go on about. I'm not really going to. I don't really feel like that. Overall, my entire point is women should not have to be pick-me's in order to play video games. We shouldn't have to change our personalities. We should not need to mute every single person in a server because we're worried we're gonna get called a slur or get harassed or get flirted with or any other type of thing. I should be able to have a girly name and not get harassed for it. I should be able to load up Rust and not get called slurs I've never even heard of. I should be able to play Valorant and miss some shots because that's a normal thing to do. I'm not Ascendant. I don't claim to be Ascendant. I should be able to miss some shots and it should be fine. I shouldn't have to hear the worst things I've ever heard in my life. And I got clips. Don't worry. I'm gonna put some clips in here. I got clips because people seem to think it's not super often. People are like, well, actually, I think you attract it. And I think that I don't even talk in video games, dude. There's been times I have a second Valorant account because I plan to do IRL streaming. I literally will sit there and I'll be like, hey guys, what's up? How's everyone doing? Does everyone have a mic? That's my opening. That's all I say. And that alone gets me shit. Or I'll have people that white knight me and then at the very end of the game, they like to talk shit. I made videos on that, by the way. Why do you wait until the last minute to say something? It's ridiculous. It really is. I shouldn't need to change my name and my username because I'm worried that someone's gonna call me out for having my name. Like, my name is Tiramisu. I shouldn't be harassed because of it. I shouldn't be joining games and then getting flirted with, and then when I don't respond, I get more stuff thrown at me. I truly hope that the gaming community can change one day. Even like the stuff with the streamer awards, I'm not gonna get into it. All the stuff that's going on with like Cutie Cinderella, she quite literally made the streamer awards, and people are shitting on her and talking shit about her because of it. Why are we doing that when she's paying out of pocket to literally do this huge award show? that literally she doesn't have to do. She could easily invite these people that are talking shit about her. And of course they're men, by the way. Let me just say that. They're men, by the way, that are talking shit about women gamers. I just think it's ridiculous. I really hope things change. We need to start holding these men accountable. I'm so serious. I don't care if they're kids. I don't care if they're 16 years old, because that's a majority of Valorant players. I don't care. I don't care how old they are. We need to hold them accountable. They need to get fired from their jobs. I'm saying, like, I'm not saying because they flirted with me and I didn't like it. I'm saying the people that are harassing me and calling me these unimaginable slurs. I'm saying those people. I'm saying those people need to be held accountable for their action. Because realistically, if you get hired and you're a CEO of this huge tech company or something like that, right? And you're on a video game calling someone a slur, do you really think your company is backing you? You really think that they're gonna support you for calling some random person online the F slur or the N slur? You really think they're gonna do that? My point being, we need to hold these people accountable. I'm really tired of the constant, like, just allowing this to go. I'm tired of the people. I'm also tired of people not helping us and not standing up for us in game. That's another thing. If I start talking back and I start oh my gosh, if I start talking back and I start talking my shit to that person back, and then for some reason someone else joins in, and then I'm getting ganged up on by two people. If you're in a video game and you hear this happening and you just sit back and you're like, that's not my problem, you're also part of the issue. I hate to say it, but you really are. You are a part of the issue. I'm not telling you to jump in there on White Knight and be like, hey, you need to know. I'm just saying, be like, hey, that's not cool. Like, it's just so weird to me. It's so weird. I could keep talking forever. I'm not going to. But point being, we need to hold these people accountable. Like, I'm so serious. They need to start getting fired. They need to start losing stuff that's important. Like, if they have sponsorships, if they're streamers, start losing sponsorships. That's just my personal opinion. I think they need to start being held accountable, and maybe stuff will start changing. Just like I said with the streamer awards, he should be uninvited. And that's my personal opinion. Uninvited and unnominated are my personal opinions. I think it's a little harsh, but I think to sit there and talk shit about the person who literally made the streamer awards is ridiculous. It is literally ridiculous. That's my point. I've been yapping for 32 minutes. If you like these videos, let me know. I can rant more. I got plenty of ideas in the chamber, okay? So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, support me, comment, and notice that I am a woman gamer. I do stream on Twitch. Come check me out sometime. I'm really good at video games. Thank you guys, love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! See, look at, ISOs. He's got one too. This is just, if he would... ISO, can I see your fan? Or your, what, knife thing?
It's a knife. You can shove it up your Johnson.
Very cool. Then...
You're a beast.
Focusing.
Where are you?
Your name is literally Ivanker.
Lose a couple pounds before you start speaking.
Why can't he just do it himself?
Oh my days, Neon!
What?
You suck, bro.
Last player standing.
I suck, but you died? Okay.
You had your fun. Spike down A.
Yeah,
I suck. You're all below me. What? It was because I was just randomly throwing stuff, but yeah. What? For winning? What are we talking about, bro? I literally didn't tunnel any of you. I just played. Spam! I'm Trickster! It's his kit! What?
Kind of blinded.
Enemy spotted
Making
A.
cover.
Cutting their vision.
Breaking them.
Wall raised.
Damn, never mind.
I know
Playing
exactly
this fight
where
stage,
you
like,
are.
stop fucking sitting back, nigga. Push play.
Quiet.
Bro, and then when I see it, I'm just gonna fucking
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Yeah, Raze, I can see why you were getting like discriminated
literally
last
don't
time,
care,
because this
so
is what
be
you
better.
do. Yeah,